What's up, everybody? Slender here with another video, and we're going to be going over the known issues list. So this list is basically just a list of all the different bugs that they are aware of and then they are currently working on to fix. Now, I asked if this was the most up-to-date one that there is, and 𝙏𝙞𝙢𝙚 said that it is. It indeed is the most recent known issues list, but it's important to note that there may be known issues since that patch that we are aware of and have not added to the list. So just because it's not on the list doesn't mean they're not aware of it. They're pretty much aware of everything. I mean, we have enough people on the forums, letting them know what's going on. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what bugs they are aware of and what they're currently working on, shall we? So this is a pretty big list, so bear with me. It's going to be a long video, but at least we will know. And this came out 8 days ago, so it is pretty recent. So again, if it's not on here, doesn't mean they don't know about it. They could still know about it, and most likely probably do. But we'll go ahead and start with the general. So as we go live, there's going to be issues that pop up while we are actively developing and breaking things within New World. That's pretty funny. These are some of the known issues that we are currently aware of and actively working on resolving. Thank you, 𝙏𝙞𝙢𝙚, for providing this list. It's nice to know that you guys are working on these things. So let's go ahead and get started. Certain items upgraded with umbral shards from epic to legendary uses the attributes from the item as extra item buff until the player leaves the world. Tempest Heart replica gear is crafting guaranteed legendary gear score 600 items. That has already been fixed. That's coming out in the 1.44 update May 3rd. If you have ever deleted a character in the region you want to merge to before February 11th, 2022, you will likely not be able to merge into that same region you deleted that character in. This is a known issue we're working to address in a future update. Player can sometimes lose their face after teleporting. Azoth tree area lights are flickering. Queen Quest markers seem to disappear and reappear inconsistently. Lighting flickers and flashes sporadically throughout Lazarus instrumentality. Arena objective disappears from player HUD after reaching second stage of Siren Boss in Reekwater. Umlaut are not displayed correctly on items. Not sure what that is. Boss music does not play after death. Stun effect is not removed after a cleansing ability is activated immediately after getting stunned. Trade invites cannot be sent through the trade chat command. Housing scores are displaying incorrectly. 200 focus fishing line tension bonus is non-functional. Players sometimes experience stuttering when using Sticky Bomb from Musket at high RTT. Players sometimes experience stuttering when using Ice Gauntlet Ice Shower at high RTT. Okay, somebody please let me know what RTT is. RTT spike during rolls can sometimes result in unnatural player movement. AI will occasionally break off mid-combat to start attacking the air. Another funny one. Void Gauntlet, Leeching Blade, and Leeching Agony floating numbers do not appear when receiving health. Oh, can you guys do that for Essence Rupture? That'd be so cool to see the actual healing numbers, when you put Essence Rupture on the boss. All right, players cannot deposit items in the storage shed if they have hit the unique item limit in their inventory. Players do not receive rewards from War, OPR, or Invasion when they have 500 unique items. Status effect UI shows unscaled value on modifiers that scale to the player's level. All things combat. Positional desyncs occur for players using Spear Light attacks, Skewer, or Vault Kick while moving the camera. Positional desyncs occur for players using Rapier, Light, and Heavy attacks while moving the camera. Positional desyncs occur for players using Hatchet Heavy attacks while moving the camera. Positional desyncs occur for players using the Great Axe Whirlwind while moving camera. Positional desyncs occur for players using Great Axe Light attacks while moving the camera. Positional desyncs occur for players using Sword, Light, and Heavy attacks while moving the camera. Same thing for Warhammer Light attacks while moving the camera. Same thing for players using Maelstrom versus Cyclone. Players encounter a desync when being hit by heavy reactions during reverse stab. PvP healing does not scale in a similar way to damage. Players petting an animal can bypass the collision and get pushed into it by using weapon mastery such as Incinerate or Wind Chill. Let's read that one more time because that is just awesome. Players petting, and who reported this? I want to know who reported this. Players petting an animal can bypass the collision and get pushed into said animal by using weapon masteries such as Incinerate or Wind Chill. That is awesome. Mining speed bonuses have minimal impact on gathering. Players cannot be backstabbed while in their inventory. Cannot respec while on cooldown notification. Okay, so if somebody gets behind you, just pop your inventory open. They can't backstab you. Nice. Cannot respec while on cooldown. Notification is missing in weapon mastery menu. Player is stuck in an attack state when being hit while using stopping power on musket. Players enter a restricted state when going prone and aiming down sights at the same time with a blundy. Allied players still have collision when light attacking other players with some melee weapons. Ranged weapon crosshair UI elements do not properly update while close range reticle is active. Post block stamina goes up, then back down. Character is visually responsive to players' input while stunned. Pylon burst AoE cannot be blocked by players with shields. Player performs basic attack when exiting a turret immediately after firing. Firestaff is playing Lifestaff sheathing audio. Oh, who cares about that? When active Voidblade plus Oblivion sometimes doesn't activate Voidblade, shoots light instead. Okay, Mutator Firestaff has a 60 plus attribute boost. Oh, who was I talking with about that? Voidblade, when active, I think that was Burke, right? Burke, were we talking about that? Voidblade, when active, deactivation during migration can cause stutter and desync. Weapon Mastery page UI does not work as intended when an ability is on cooldown. Using Great X charge ability before falling can cause desync and doesn't put ability on CD. No indication which shrine player will respawn at. That'd be nice. Void Gauntlet tethered focus status effect is not removed from player if active during migration. Splinter Shot hits the enemy in inconsistent amount of times based on distance, making its damage hard to predict. Certain situations cause some weapon abilities to feel as though their end lag has greatly increased. Weapon Mastery ability hotkeys appear to assign while on cooldown. Blunderbuss passive future planning can be triggered repeatedly by starting and canceling Mortar Charge. Swapping weapons input is lost sometimes when upper body reaction is initiated shortly after. Players falling through the ground and die when respawning when server is under load. Weapon perk attunements don't apply their additional damage to certain abilities. When on or next to uneven ground and using Voidblade to attack causes player to snap afterwards. Players sometimes experience stuttering when using Great Axe Whirlwind followed by Maelstrom at high RTT. Players sometimes experience stuttering when using Blunderbuss Splitting Grenade at high RTT. Players sometimes, you know what, I'm just going to look that up really quick. Okay, so RTT is round trip time. Round trip time is the duration measured in milliseconds from when a browser sends a request to when it receives a response from the server. So, yeah, just a response from the server. So if that time is high, basically what, latency, I guess you'd call it? Maybe a fancy word. I'm sure it's more than that, but that's what we're going to call it. So players sometimes experience stuttering when using Firestaff Burn out at high RTT. Arrows from Rapid Shot can land behind you at certain camera angles. Heal over time effects are not automatically reapplied if canceled by nullifying Oblivion. Int and Focus Gems are not scaling properly with abilities and attacks. Elemental Conversion behaves inconsistently with damage over time abilities. Some players reporting being unable to respawn during war. Attacks that are dealt from spawned slices doesn't scale properly when undergeared in Mutator 10. Void Gauntlet. Empower from the Empowering Proximity passive ability may not be gained after using some active abilities. Using Potion with Ice Gauntlet equipped and attacking causes player body to flicker and model corruption after weapon swap. Voidblade model is not properly appearing for remote clients. Voidblade impact effects sometimes trigger incorrectly. Blunderbuss Splitting Grenade visually shows extra splits upon multiple hitboxes. On occasion, player will animate oddly after reloading Blunderbuss while moving. Players have a hard time seeing Fireball hitbox due to VFX on ability. Blunderbuss Mortar Charge and swapping weapons provides extra basic attack. One-shotting an enemy with spawned attacks does not grant weapon mastery. PvP enemy health bar doesn't update if player has over 100% maximum HP through buffs and they have not taken enough damage to put them below the normal 100% threshold. 250 focus attribute perk does not give any mana for self or group kills. Light attacking a player that is sheathed with a rapier causes you to spin in a circle around them. What? Light attacking a player that is sheathed with a rapier causes you to spin in a circle around them. Could we please get some proof of that happening? Because I want to see it. So if you light attack a player that has a rapier but it's sheathed, and maybe they have their life staff out, it causes you to spin in a circle around them. I don't know why I'm stuck on this, but I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Ice Gauntlet. Attacking the same target as Ice Pylon ability prevents mana regeneration being granted by Gathering Storm ability. Okay, we're still alive. Animation canceling Void Blade heavy attacks causes movement snapping. The bow shoots 2 arrows in 1 animation. Maelstrom Absorb upgrade can eat or stop friendly projectiles. Yes! Let's go. Sorry I got excited, but this is awesome. Like, you guys have no idea. Maybe you do if you're a healer. But when you're trying to get your cooldown reduction with Refreshing Move and oh my god, Maelstrom, and I get mad at my teammates because they have Maelstrom, but they're not doing anything wrong. It's just bad situation. So that's great. Damage values from Blunderbuss are not clearly indicated by the tooltips. Using Elemental Gem on weapons that spawn damaging slices lowers their attack damage. Repulsing Clear Out perk contains calculation bug and text when gear score is 373 or 374. Musket Sticky Bomb plays awkward animation after canceling with the right mouse button. Players shown that they have infinite ammo after a duel ends. Shockwave VFX appear to jump around on the ground. Healing config true and group mode disabled. Scroll wheel targeting would stutter or unlock aim permanently till canceled. Okay, man. If character strafes during two-handed weapon unsheathing animation after closing the inventory, animation is interrupted and repeats. Higher latency values cause a stutter while using magic weapon light attacks while running. Blunderbuss is not capitalized in all the weapon mastery skills. Warhammer Wrecking Ball passive Breathing Room has an unclear tooltip. Blunderbuss will fire a second shot when ending ADS while inside a settlement. ADS is aiming down sight. Azoth File is small when respecking mastery. What? Some hatches don't spin along with the VFX angle. Leaping Strike gives a burst of movement speed after when the player starts moving. Blunderbuss Net Shot can hit enemies on the other side of fort gates. Players' body turn unnaturally if they are weapon swapping while sliding. Void Blade animations and VFX sometimes appear out of sync when activated while running. Claw Shot, Chain, VFX do not disappear properly if the ability is immediately canceled. The Unyielding buff can be applied to a duel participant without interrupting the duel. Ice Pylon projectiles do not hit crawlers. Ice Spikes will sometimes not load the VFX for the large ice spike if the caster uses left mouse button at a specific time. Ice Pylon targets and shoots at friendly quest-giving NPC Barkamedes. No! Don't kill Barkamedes. Targeted healing group member hotkeys still trigger cast when not in a group and with group mode off. Player can loop pulling out and putting away their musket while prone. Whirlwind does an additional attack when facing an enemy. Mortar Charge consumes an extra charge when low on ammo. Blunderbuss Claw Shot's chain disappears when pulling to a target. Targeted healing group mode still targets last active target when toggled from off to on. Freeform camera locks onto player with specific settings in targeted healing group mode. Several Void Gauntlet assets have issues with the ring when using Void Blade. Incorrect impact VFX is played when a spear hits objects with the Javelin ability. Weapon Elemental Chain perk does not explain incompatibility with gems. Description of Essence Rupture Void Gauntlet Weapon Mastery does not clarify if it works on all targets or only living creatures. Outpost Rush summons will target allied player ice pylons. Going prone while firing penetrating shot can consume the arrow without using the ability. Camera behaves unusually when going prone after firing poison shot. With good timing, canceling Tondo with evade will cause the ability to hit without playing the video effects. AoE targeted area can go through fort gates and damage enemies. If anybody from New World AGS is watching this, one thing that we need, you know what, I'm just going to put it in the forums, but we really need our friendly heals and beacons and, all that stuff to be a different color than the enemies. It is absolutely bonkers that hasn't been done yet. Please, guys, please get this in one of the next updates. This is insane. When you've got all these green spots on the ground and you're PvPing, you don't know what to stand in. It gets people killed. Like, we gotta have something. At least give us the option, in the settings to change friendly AoEs to like green and make the enemies red or something. Blunderbuss, Border Charge ability VFX disappeared too early. Sturdy Shield passive doesn't properly reflect max HP when Sword and Shield is unsheathed and accessing inventory afterwards. All right, what a... Oh, my God. Wow. We're going to be here for a while. I wasn't aware that there was this many things. Well, bear with me. This is going to be one of those videos you want to watch or listen to while you're driving home from work, or you'll be here for a while. Sorry, guys. All things crafting, gathering, and items. Visual bug where some equipped items appear have their rarity downgraded. The items are still the same rarity. Heavy, smile, set, cape, and skirt have visual issues. Orb of protection does not heal for the stated 10% weapon damage. All right, where were we? Challenge hover tooltip is displayed in the middle of the screen after claiming a reward. 2 items share the name Ancient Mandible. Some Void Gauntlet and Blunderbuss weapon charms share the same item name. Parts of certain chest pieces with cloth physics enabled are covered with placeholder texture. Various clipping and stretching issues with the mixer set. 𝙦𝙎 not properly calculating bonus percentage. Placing campsite while doing other actions with animation breaks the character and some abilities. Forest Warden's chest piece has texture and clipping issues. Work orders for quests and missions still have weight. Crafting station results screen button is missing a hover state and doesn't act like a button. Blunderbusses from Gypsum Cast do not salvage into gold and repair parts. OPR named items not getting third perk on 600 plus upgrades. Legendary refining recipes do not grant trade skill XP. Flint axe does not have 1000 durability like other flint tools. Air's domain spear is T4, should be tier 5. Tier 3 and tier 2 dyslexia. Fishing poles have lower durability than similarly tiered tools. Most Void Gauntlet icons do not match the gauntlet's color variation. Roll bonus from cooking trophy isn't reflected on cooking menu. Trade skill EXP circle freezes after leveling up any gathering skill. Various clipping and stretching issues with the Alchemist set. Material not consumed properly on refining T5 materials. Shields downgrading in rarity all across the game. Fixed judder during the gathering start. Powerful corruption coding can erroneously apply multiple times. Experience bar for trade skill aptitude is inaccurate. Overlapping UI element and progression ticker of crafting results UI. Some equipped items have their rarity downgraded after build push. Male characters are missing part of their chest piece when wearing the Skinner shirt. Young marsh tree stumps have replace me textures. Logging efficiency perk provides insignificant bonus that doesn't even help with tier 1 material. Obelisk priest robe shows clipping. The voracious blade tooltip in the trading post is difficult for players to understand. Great Axe weapon perk insatiable gravity well does not indicate range. The tooltip for splitting grenade is potentially confusing, is partially inaccurate when compared to its functionality. Descriptions of the infused corruption tincture and infused blight tincture do not match up with their actual effects. Light headwear from Tempest Heart clips into character model chests. Forest Warden hood has misaligned item image. Isabella's gaze has the wrong icon. Starbound Remembrance earring has duplicated a refreshing perk. Tempest Guard hat icon is off-centered. Heavy Isabella helm icon clips into the bottom of the frame. Arcana crafting station contains inconsistent sorting categories. Progression ticker is not displayed in the results UI. Small dot appears in center of Void Gauntlet when viewed at certain angles. Gloves overlap with other armor in the die menu. Earthshell Turtle sound effects is too quiet and unnoticeable compared to other magical critters. Expedition Tower Shields stats are the same as Kite Shields. Defiled Longsword of the Soldier item icon differs from the equipped model. The back of the Moonborn chest piece detailing is not symmetrical on female models. Starstone Expedition weapons, Tier 3, can be salvaged into Tier 4 materials. Unusual behavior when salvaging schematics when player has more than one of the same schematic. Floating fur collar on front of model chest with Forest Warden's chest piece equipped. Blighted Growth's pants has localized text that spills words onto multiple lines. Flamewake Firestaff icon does not match the equipped model. Players are unable to interact with objects necessary for objective completion in expeditions or the open world if at unique item capacity. Storage chests contain wrong weight description and tooltip. The wooden fishing pole does not have 1000 durability like other Tier 1 tools. Invasion Tower Shield icon does not match in-game look. Resources can be obstructed by camps when they are placed near or on top of the entity nodes. Sometimes the rewards for the aptitude progression are doubled on reward notification pop-up when receiving more than one reward. Medium Smile set has multiple visual errors. All Oak Flesh Bomb has an effect duration that says 2 minutes, but the duration of the consumables is actually 20 seconds. The player is told that skinning a hound requires skinning skill 0 when trying to do it with skinning below 200. Warhammer's inventory icons are warped. Dead trees that are still standing use the incorrect chopping animation. Tooltip of the equipped weapon appears when clicking on the right third of the craft button in the workshop. All pieces of the Ficus armor set read Ficus breastplate of the in the title. Replace die message displays when player clicks on the same colored die. Hatchet projectile model has a white spike coming from the handle on the right side after using aim throw. All things quests and missions. Oh boy. Invasion gates, when destroyed, will have 1/8 of the health restored and flicker. No rewards given from daily or weekly challenges. To be free, task regress in between opening cages. Empty space appears when main story quest objectives are pinned with other objectives. Players not receiving rewards for completed missions after a build push. Players cannot progress main story quests past intro settlement quest if javelin.red button disable town board project is active. I think that this right here is a bug within the known bugs list. That's pretty cool. No translation for some daily, weekly challenge text. No progress can be earned towards Corrupted Breach weekly challenges. Cannot complete armed and dangerous. A daily challenge does not inform players how to complete it. No objectives associated with daily challenge quests. Players report becoming stuck in place after interacting with NPCs. Pins for quests are not numbered like other objective pins. Dr. Theophrastus speaks his post-game dialogue before beating Heart of the Tempest. Debug text in the topics column of the journal. In the quest Handcrafted to Perfection, there is an inconsistent objectives shown and different formatting for both the HUD and the journal. Father Russo presents clipping issue with his armor and Tempest Heart. Typo in housing guide of the journal. Jonas Alizar's VO doesn't match end of quest text. Heretic does not have VO during Death of the Heretic. Artificer Estebanita Gomes is missing VO for the Traitorous Weaponry quest. There is a slight typo in the dialogue to accept the quest The Wagon in Ebonscale Reach. In the quest Into the Depths, there is an inconsistent objective formatting for both the HUD and the journal. A blank objective appears when the player reaches Thunder Harbor for the quest Sins of the Brothers. The minimum and suggested levels are different for the quest Sins of the Brothers. Initial Watchtower quests lack the pin location icon. Border persists around the challenges when clicked. Father Russo does not have VO during the Possession of Russo. A few issues during picking up Answer the Call quest. Ancient Map asset loses textures after interacting during Hope Springs Eternal quest. The player is unable to extinguish fires when water is equipped to the hotbar during the quest Triumphant Return. NPC conversations can be interrupted via trade requests. Soul Warden Meredith's VO is different from the dialogue text. Aulus Fulvius is missing VO when going to accept the original Guardian quest. Edith Perchal NPC is missing voiceover when accepting the Giant Ones quest. The wrong AI family is referenced in the Marauder Initiation Fallow Hill Farms journal entry. Activity report is floating and gathering all the reports, shows players on knees regardless of report height in the Lost Scarecrow quest. Mirkgard Cathedral has a strangely placed Thorpe after completing the Heart of the Tempest. The Corrupted Hounds and Corrupted Swarmers are not tagged for Covenant Initiation Meryl's Place. Quest closing costs has placeholder interactable. IOs and the Last Scarecrow still glow after player completes tasks. Closing cost quest marker on Morningdale Settlement not showing on higher zoom levels. Turning in the quest into the depths, the Warden Scout Titus mouth doesn't move during the second part of his dialogue. All right, here's some good stuff. Expedition known issues list. So these are all the known issues for expeditions. Enemy spawns in expeditions are delayed, so that's a big one. Named AI and Lazarus Expedition respawn. Well, what about it? Extremely dim lighting is placed on certain areas of most expedition. Mobs that spawn during Alluvium Marl fight do not initially despawn instantly after his death. Torso boss doesn't switch targets. Torso boss. Oh yeah. Wall in the depths lacks collision. Some of Commander Chen's attacks lack audio that would be expected with the VFX. Character shadow performance drastically drop around the Basilica Tempest Heart. Damage number colors do not take mutations into account. Overcharged Void, Fire, and Nature are not causing the described curses. Pause menu tooltips do not repopulate immediately after players have or leave to the main menu and return to the game. Overcharged Fire as part of the Frenzied Curse does little damage to players. Reticles show infinite ammo on cannons inside of Admiral Brute's arena. The perks listed in the Elemental tooltip are not ordered. Overcharged Fire and Overcharged Nature have no VFX. Isabella can sometimes get stuck in collision during her swoop attack in Tempest Heart. Player is unable to join expeditions after exiting a different one until the world was rebooted. Boss music does not play after death. All area and standard battle music stops playing after player enters the bathe chambers in Lazarus Instrumentality. 2 Isabella fights drop boss loot and can roll on the Isabella 1 loot tag in Tempest Heart. Running and going prone into a corner prevents Charda's beam from doing damage. Players, while actively casting Meteor Shower as combustible shriveled is applied, lose the casting effects and stay in animation. Invisible Wall in the Basilica blocks player and enemy projectiles. Rank UI for level 10 mutators disappear upon force quitting the game. Purifying Flame interact points in Garden of Genesis are inconsistently displaying and requires a Purifying Flame. Invisible Collision protrudes from the floor in the Basilica and Tempest Heart. Azoth Staff cleansing audio is persisting for players who joined the expedition after the corrupted monoliths have been destroyed in Tempest Heart. Players are not refunded their orbs if maintenance mode is set during their 1-minute entrance window. Place powder kegs visually reverse back to blueprints after leaving their AOI in Dynasty Shipyard. Isabella's attack Pistol Blast sometimes shoots in a different direction than she faces. Some swarmers can get through the gate in Tempest Heart. Corruption noticeably changes color based on player location and camera. VO at the start of Isabella 1 can fail to play in any language if player changed language during VO playing and dies afterwards in Tempest Heart. Isabella will wipe players if they are currently interacting with the Azoth Staff in UI and Tempest Heart. Lazarus AI sometimes trigger battle music inconsistently. The censored curses lists the major curse before the minor. Hit marker displays when hitting Isabella's pylons in Tempest Heart. Floating assets in the Sea of Corruption in Tempest Heart. Battle music ends abruptly after defeating one enemy in a group in Amrine Excavation Expedition. Isabella does not lip sync her dialogue during the boss intro in Dynasty Shipyard. Overworld music plays during Amrine. Greenskeeper AoE attacks VFX can remain on the ground if players immediately give up after being downed in Garden of Genesis. Mutator map icon doesn't update for the client if the mutator scheduler updates while a player is online. Missing collision on floating corruption in Tempest Heart. Isabella's cannons are not affected by gear score scaling in Dynasty Shipyard. Battle music plays while Scylla is dormant in Lazarus Instrumentality Expedition. Perk is duplicated in Mutation Drop information menu. Player can clip through ground during a Selfless Nature quest. Dynasty Shipyard mutator icons are doubled on the map. Azoth door can be unlocked from the wrong side during the Unseal the Gate task within Into the Depths. Isabella's model unnaturally reset after wiping party during the Chandelier encounter in Tempest Heart. Touch of Corruption tooltip does not accurately describe the status effect in Tempest Heart. Players can get out of bounds and become stuck in Tempest Heart. Players climb out of bounds above the Sea of Corruption entrance in Tempest Heart. Mutator's difficulty banner displays twice when entering an expedition with mutators enabled. And Combustible can target Dynasty Shipyard summons, spinning and blade attack. So we've got some chat bugs that are known issues. Unified Tools Framework chat log search cannot filter to trade chat. Hovering over names in trade in chat doesn't show company info. Speech to text does not function consistently when players leave a group. Help chat channel does not work inside expeditions. Area chat messages from the last 15 minutes are shown all at once to players entering the area. I've seen that a bunch. Sometimes player chat messages fail to appear in client chat log. Linking too many items into the chat causes it not to send. Also seen that one. Items linked in chat can be cut off when increasing text font size. Character persistence. Player's name may not display properly when using special text characters. All food and potions linked to chat yield LUA errors when hovered over. Chat becomes inactive after hovering over the navbar until directly accessed again. Chat channel tags not always appearing on chat messages. Switching factions displays the wrong icon in chat. And linking too many items to chat causes them not to be viewable. So we have some companies, factions, and groups. Oh my. Items cannot be bought from the faction shop. Probationed characters receive incorrect messages when depositing into company treasury while in account age probation. Player not notified to why company name was moderated. Ghost companies, 0 members, can still own territories. Sometimes when cursor is moved slowly to the next MTX company crest option, tooltip will not show. Player pronoun. Company ranks need gendered pronoun support. Invite to company button available to players with the rank of settler in a company. When selecting a faction to join, the pages are inconsistent with information given. PvP missions appear in the wrong slot when a mission is abandoned or turned in from the faction mission board. Player gets non-specific player facing message after being kicked from the group. Ambiguous error message when not fulfilling requirements for company transactions. Ambiguous error message when not fulfilling requirements for company transactions. Okay, old group members remain on the map if user leaves while outside of the group's instance. Darkness. Major corruption portal and minor festering hive darkness events do not have audio when spawning. Corrupted portal doesn't allow you to use the Azoth staff on it. The carapaces used in corrupted monolith darkness events don't take damage for certain abilities. NVIDIA, men experiencing hitching at the start of darkness events after a fresh client launch. The game screen blacks out during darkness events in rainy areas. Impact VFX is displayed on bow when shooting a darkness fail. Darkness event music does not play when player moves from one darkness event to another before abandoned event timer expires. And moonlight flickering rapidly near Rattlevine Ridge. Invasion. You can't leave Invasion via the game menu tab. Player-to-player trading and the trading post. So contract commits are processed even if the trading post is disabled. Several March perk items are not buyable on the trading post. Completed and expired orders are not sorted in order. Trading post orders throttled. When filtering all settlements at any trading post, UI states there are none orders when orders are present. Cancel button can be selected in trading post after purchasing an item. Trades do not work after a transfer until the player relogs. Trading post does not take expertise scaling of items into account. Transactions can fail across hub borders. Trade window while running camera operates as normal camera. Equipment UI can be selected behind the trading post UI. There is no message about coin not being exchanged in a trade when both players are at coin cap if any items were exchanged. Inconsistency. The left mouse button and shift shortcut cannot be used during the P2P tradings. And that's player to player. AFK warning asking the player to move appears when in trading post for long enough. Thank God. Oh, I'm so sick of that one. I'm glad that one's known. At least it's known. Player cannot send coin to someone in another trade when... Well, yeah, that makes sense. When only one trading post is selected, the count of orders for any trading post category is not shown, and inconsistency on event consumables category. Okay, so then we just have some Outpost Rush and we're all done. Outpost Rush. Invisible player and OPR. That's not good. Reward screen is too short in War, Outpost Rush, and Invasion. Accepting the Outpost Rush invite while being in the guest registration window causes the camera to be permanently stuck in one position until the game is restarted. Outpost Rush point markers flicker when moving. Fast travel icons might show over the map in Outpost Rush. Viewing contents of dropped AI loot bags and closing UI causes bags to disappear in Outpost Rush. Player is banned for 20 minutes from Outpost Rush when server restart occurs during the Outpost Rush match. In Outpost Rush, protection wards prevent claims from returning to a non-conflict state if built while the point is contested. Players who are queued for Outpost Rush before a server crash will remain in a bugged queue after rejoining the game. Live reports of players sometimes unable to respawn after dying in Outpost Rush. Gates in Outpost Rush can have separate interacts on each side of the door if they are being simultaneously upgraded and repaired. Outpost Rush protection ward icon starts at less than 100% health. Protection ward marker has no icon. Players are able to destroy turret blueprints in the Outpost Rush. Players can teleport through destroyed gates in Outpost Rush. Powder kegs are not auto-added to a quick slot after purchasing at the armory during Outpost Rush with the config enabling it. Explosive turrets in Outpost Rush lack messaging that explains how to control them and can be killed while unclaimed. Attempting placing camp in Outpost Rush gives incorrect error message, and upgraded command post clips into fort walkways. And we've got some War known issues. War repeater turrets aim has a slight offset. Shots hit lower than center of reticle. War points can have their AoE indicators disappear when many AoE VFX are nearby. In War, purchased ammunition can stack past 500 if purchased all at once. Demoted kick company members can confirm fortress defense building. Reload bar does not show any progress on the target HUD. Siege supply generators never pass 300 and do not stop generating resources. Protection ward marker has no icon. Players are able to destroy turret blueprints in the Outpost Rush. Players can teleport through destroyed gates in Outpost Rush. Powder kegs are not auto-added. Okay, we already read that. Explosive turrets. War points can have their AoE indicators disappear when many AoE effects. Yeah, we already read all this. Okay, that's it. That's everything. So this is the entire list of known issues, and I just want to say it one more time. I know you guys heard me already, but just because it's not in the list doesn't mean that they don't know about it. This is put out 8 days ago, and the Outpost Rush stuff 6 days ago. I just have a lot of people asking me, are they going to fix this? Are they going to fix that? You know, like the shield bug, the amulet bug. Well, most or those two things plus the Tempest replica gear are both being fixed, and the patch is coming out May 3rd, which is tomorrow? Tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, that stuff's all being done. So if you guys do know of any issues that are bothering you, issues that didn't make to this list, things that you think they may not know about, go to the known issue list or whatever right here. And I'll put this in the description if anybody wants to actually take a look at it and post things, and it will tell you, you know, how to do everything. Greetings, adventure. We're seeing a lot of people, known issues. Actually, that's not. If we have any, oh, those are workarounds. I'm sorry. These are workarounds for known issues. So if you want to know some workarounds, click there. Sorry about that. Anyway, there's plenty of information on how to post these. You just go to the forums. Actually, I can show you guys really quick. So I want to go to categories and bug reports. Please use this section to report any in-game bugs that you encounter. And that's pretty much it. Click on your language and then click on new topic and let them know what's going on, and they'll hopefully fix it. So if you guys have any questions about anything, any comments you want to leave, please don't be afraid. Speak your mind. Let me know what's up, and I will get back to you. I promise. Have a great day, everybody. Sorry that took so long. and I will catch you guys in the tournament. Bye bye.